Hi everyone, I said that I had some really good entries into our adventure story task that I set just before the Easter holidays, and I wanted to read this one to you because it's a really amazing story. It's quite long, so I might read it in two parts, so this is going to be the first part. Okay, the author of the story is Ella, and I don't know if it's got a name, but you'll soon see that it's a really great story. Okay, here goes. Chapter 1. A rickety start. Once there was a girl who loved to look for shells. Her name was Kate, and she lived in a small group of Caribbean islands called the Cayman Islands. She had a big sister named Grace who had a stubborn personality and never listened to Kate. When she did, she would talk back as if Kate had stolen one of Grace's shiny heart-shaped earrings. Grace was much older than Kate. In fact, she was 7 years older than Kate. Grace was 15 years old, Kate was 8.5 years old, and Popcorn, their pet dog, was 3 years old. Apparently, both girls were in a very bad mood that morning. "I don't want to go to school," mumbled Kate. Kate's mother spoke as if she were talking to her dog after it had run off and got caught by the pound. "You listen, Missy. If you don't get out of bed right now, I will ground you for a week." Kate finally listened. She had been grounded before and it was like torture. Keep really still, Florence. Really still. "You had to stay in your room for what seemed like years, and your parents made you eat plain old oatmeal for breakfast instead of sugary Fruit Loops. And for dinner, even worse. In Grace's room, things were even more bitter. "Oh, Mother, come look at this. There's a disco at my school tomorrow. Can I go, Mother, please?" "I'll take a look in a minute." Grace's face turned red. "But Mother, all of my friends are going, and if I don't go, I won't be able to talk to my friends anymore because they won't like me." Grace burst into tears. She cried for 5 minutes straight until she didn't have any more tears to cry. Then she came out of her room red-eyed and with dry tears on her cheeks and quietly walked down the steep wooden stairs of their house and took her place at the dining table. Chapter 2. No School. Soon enough, everyone was in their places and happily eating their breakfast, until Kate's and Grace's mum picked up her phone. "No phones at the table, Mum," both girls mumbled in unison. "Girls," said their mum, "you'll be happy to know that you won't be having any school today." Both girls stood up in their chairs and hugged their mum. "And girls, I was just thinking, we should go to the beach." This time, only Kate got excited. She ran upstairs to grab her shell collection. When she came downstairs, she was rolling a wheelbarrow across the living room floor. "Come on, guys, let's all get ready." In a couple of hours, everyone was at the door to go. Grace rolled her eyes while they all walked down the steps of their front door. As they drove out of town, the town that they lived in, Georgetown, Kate talked and talked and talked about the different shells she wanted to find. "I heard there's a legend about a shell. It glows when you pick it up. And some say they travelled through a portal and landed on a pirate ship." "Sorry, Kate, but that's not real," said Grace. "I told you she was stubborn." "I wish I was at school now," thought Kate. Her dog, Popcorn, cuddled her. He was wearing a shark fin on his back. "You make me laugh," said Kate. Chapter 3. When You Wish Upon a Shell. When they got to the beach, Kate opened the black car door and let her legs carry her down to the fading blue Caribbean water. Something was very odd about a rock left to Kate. Something shiny. It caught Kate's eye. She ran over to it and investigated it for some time. She hurried over to her mother to ask to pick up the shiny thing, just in case it was a bottle cap or a piece of sharp glass. Her mother just shook her head and she said, "Sweetie, I'm sorry, but no." Kate was shocked. Her mother had never told her no to a shell. Never, not once. She wanted to be safe, so she nodded yes to her mother and left her side. Kate loved to look for sea creatures too, but she knew she couldn't look for them because there were some sea urchins, lots. They were all hiding everywhere, poling their sharp, venomous spikes through all sized holes. Grace, however, found herself something to do, but she never asked to. Sometimes an ice cream truck would come round Governor Square, and that's just where they happened to be that day. "Could I have a double chocolate scoop in a cone, please?" Grace said. For once, Grace was going to be nice to her sister. And can I also get a mint choc chip, please? Also, add gummy worms to both those orders. Chapter 4. Ice cream plus sister plus interest equals pick up the rock. Grace reached for her wallet and slipped out $5 and handed it to the ice cream man. She dragged her feet to the rock where Kate had decided to rest on and handed her a mint choc chip scoop in a dish. Kate didn't look up to see what Grace had to give her. Go away, why are you here anyway? Grace spoke in her softest voice. I saw how disappointed you were when Mother said no to picking up that shell, so I got you some ice cream. Kate jumped to her feet and hugged her sister. Her face lit up with excitement. She walked over to the shiny thing, and as Kate ate her ice cream, she wondered what type of shell it was. Kate decided to sleep on it. The rest of the week went smoothly. As the week went on, Kate thought harder and harder about that rock, and then she remembered it was Friday. Every Friday after school, she would go to the beach, and this time she would pick up that shell. She knew she would.